Hey everyone, welcome to our deep dive, all about AI automation for small and medium businesses, or SMBs as we'll call them for short. We're going to explore why everyone's saying that AI is about to explode in popularity this year, like why 2025 is the year, the tipping point. Whether you're already working in an SMB, getting ready for like a meeting about AI, or just fascinated by this whole AI thing, you're going to want to pay attention to this. So for this deep dive, we've got a really interesting article called The Automation Revolution, Why 2025 is the Year Half of SMEs Will Embrace AI. And then we've also got some blog posts from a company called Empower. They actually offer AI automation solutions.
It does seem like AI is everywhere these days, doesn't it? But this isn't just some, passing tech trend. It's a total shift, a fundamental shift in how businesses work.
Yeah, totally. And the article really hits on that with this statistic that just blew me away. A HubSpot survey found that almost half of SMBs are planning on using AI automation this year. I mean, that's huge, right?
It is. 47% means that a lot of people are starting to get it, that in 2025, to stay competitive, it's not enough to just offer a good product or service. It's about using AI to improve everything in your business. That's where the real advantage is.
So it's not even just about keeping up with the competition. It's about using AI to actually do better than them. But like, what does that actually look like?
Well, imagine being able to predict what your customers are going to buy before they even know it themselves. Through AI analyzing their data or like creating marketing messages so personalized, it's like you're reading their minds. That's the edge AI gives you. And it's not just marketing, it's everything. Sales, customer service, even operations and finance.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to get it. The article also talks about some pretty awesome benefits of AI, like saving time, getting things done quicker, and even using AI tools that get smarter over time. Is it all hype, or is this for real?
The advantages are real, and they're becoming more and more obvious every day. Take something as simple as scheduling meetings. AI can analyze your calendar, find the best times, send invites, even reminders, all without you having to do anything.
Wow. Imagine all the mental energy that would free up. Like, I'm already feeling less stressed just thinking about it.
Exactly. It's not even just about taking care of those boring tasks. AI can actually help you make smarter decisions. By analyzing tons of data and finding patterns humans might miss, leading to better outcomes, better results in everything, like marketing campaigns, even inventory management.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So it's not just working faster, it's about working smarter, which gets you better business results in the end.
Exactly. And one of the most exciting things about this whole AI revolution is that it's not just for big companies with lots of money. The tools are becoming more affordable, so SMBs of all sizes can use them.
That's great news for smaller businesses. They don't always have as many resources. But with so many different AI tools out there, it can be like, where do you even begin? The article mentions four main areas where AI is already making a difference for SMBs: marketing, social media, sales, and HR. Are those good places to start?
Absolutely. Every business needs those functions, and they're often the most time-consuming. It makes sense that they'd see the biggest benefits from AI automation early on.
Let's get into some specific examples. I always find that helps me understand things better. The article talks about abandoned cart emails. They can be a gold mine for online businesses, but managing them manually is a pain, right?
Yeah, totally. But with AI-powered marketing automation platforms like, Klaviyo or ActiveCampaign, you can set up a system that automatically catches when someone abandons their cart, and it instantly sends them a personalized email.
Oh, that reminds me of this time I was going to buy these limited edition sneakers online, but I hesitated because of the shipping cost. And then, boom, I got an email with free shipping, and well, let's just say I'm rocking those sneakers now.
See, that's the power of AI-driven personalization. It's all about giving the right message to the right person at the right time. It nudges them toward actually buying. And platforms like Klaviyo can even analyze customer data to recommend specific products or offers that are most likely to appeal to each individual shopper.
That's so smart. So instead of sending out generic mass emails, you're sending super targeted messages that are way more likely to connect with your audience. That's brilliant. And it's all happening automatically in the background without you lifting a finger. But speaking of wearing multiple hats, social media is another area where I think a lot of small business owners struggle.
Oh, for sure. Social media can be a huge time suck for SMBs, especially if they don't have, a dedicated social media team.
Creating content, scheduling posts, responding to comments, it never ends. The article mentions tools like Make.com, Zapier, and Buffer. They say you can turn a simple voice note into a polished social media post, and it's ready to go across different platforms. Is that even possible?
It is. Let's say you're launching a new product. You could just record a voice note about it, describing it and its features. Then, with a tool like Zapier, you can automatically share that announcement on all your social media, add it to your online store, and even email it to your subscribers, all with a single click. No more switching back and forth between platforms or spending hours writing the perfect post.
That's crazy. I'm thinking about all the time I could save, how much more I could get done if I wasn't always switching between tasks and platforms. It's almost like starting a business is becoming easier. But wouldn't AI-generated content sound like robotic or impersonal?
That's a worry a lot of people have, but AI content generation tools have gotten a lot better. They can analyze your brand's voice, your audience, even your past content to create posts that sound natural and engaging. Plus, you always get to make the final call. You can look over and edit what the AI makes to make sure it fits with your brand and message.
So it's not about replacing humans. It's like AI is giving us superpowers. You're still in control, but AI helps you with the hard work so you can focus on the big picture strategy.
Exactly. And as these AI tools get even better, they'll be able to produce even more creative content. It's a super exciting time to be in social media marketing.
Definitely. Okay, so we've talked about how AI can revolutionize marketing and social media, but what about sales? That's where things get real for most businesses.
Sales are another place where AI is making huge changes, especially for SMBs.
Yeah.
Think about all the time salespeople spend prospecting, qualifying leads and setting up calls.
Ugh, that reminds me of when I first started in sales. I'd spend hours cold calling and getting nowhere. It was soul crushing. But with AI, you can automate a lot of that initial work.
Exactly. You can have AI-powered chatbots like Drift or ManyChat on your website or social media channels talking to potential customers 24/7. They can answer common questions, figure out if a lead is good based on what you tell it to look for, even schedule calls with your salespeople.
So while your salespeople are sleeping, AI is out there working, bringing in those leads. That's amazing. And it lets your salespeople focus on what they're good at, building relationships and closing deals.
That's the point. AI isn't here to replace salespeople. It's about making them better and more efficient at their jobs. And as AI technology keeps getting better, we'll see even more advanced sales automation tools that can handle even more complex tasks.
It sounds like we're living in the future.
Yeah.
But I bet these AI tools are still pretty new. Are there any downsides or limitations we should know about?
That's a smart question. It's important to remember that AI is still a pretty young technology. It's improving fast, but there are still things it can't do perfectly and potential problems to keep in mind. For example, AI algorithms are only as good as the data they're trained on. If the data is biased or incomplete, the AI's results will be biased too.
So garbage in, garbage out.
Right.
That makes sense. But if you're careful about the data you give your AI tools and you use them in a smart way, it seems like the good stuff outweighs the bad.
Totally. And the best way to avoid problems is to start small, try different tools and methods, and slowly add AI automation into your business processes.
So don't go all in at once. Take it one step at a time. That's always good advice with any new technology, right? Speaking of which, the article mentions 3 tools, Make.com, Zapier, and N8TAN. They sound like good places to start for SMBs that are just starting to use AI automation. What can you tell us about them?
Those are all really good platforms for automating different tasks and processes. Think of them as your digital helpers, connecting your different apps and services to make things run smoother.
Like our new best friends. Can you break down each one for us?
Yeah. Make.com, which used to be called Integromat, is super powerful and versatile. You can visually create complex workflows by connecting different apps and services, like building with digital Legos. Each block is a specific action or trigger.
So you don't need to write code. You're just connecting different actions visually. That sounds pretty easy to use. What about Zapier?
Zapier is like Make.com in that it connects apps and automates stuff, but it's known for having a ton of pre-built integrations and being super user-friendly. It's great for beginners, or if you want to quickly set up simple automations without needing to know any coding.
So if I wanted to automatically post my Instagram pictures to Facebook or get Slack notifications for new orders, Zapier could handle that.
For sure. Zapier has thousands of pre-built zaps that link different apps together. You can even make your own zaps to automate specific things for your business.
Wow, that's cool. And then there's NAN, which sounds a bit more hardcore. What's the story with that one?
NAN is more powerful and customizable. It's perfect if you're okay with getting a bit more technical. It gives you a lot of control over your workflow so you can create very specific automations. It's popular with developers and techie business owners who want to build really custom automations.
So if you're a tech person and you want to really fine-tune your automations, NEA could be the tool for you.
Yeah, it's great for businesses with unique workflows or specific integrations that the more general platforms might not have.
Okay, so we've got all these amazing tools at our disposal, but the article makes a really important point.
Mm,
This isn't about waiting for the future, it's happening now.
exactly. The message is loud and clear: automate or fall behind. The SMBs that embrace AI now will have a huge advantage. This is a big turning point for businesses.
It's like those moments in history where a new technology changes everything, like
Mhm.
the printing press, the internet, the smartphone. The early adopters are the ones who do really well.
And the ones who resist often end up struggling to keep up.
So for all the SMB owners out there, the message is clear. Don't miss out on AI automation. The tools and opportunities are right here, right now.
Take the first step. Check out the platforms we talked about and think about which parts of your business could benefit most from AI automation.
And even if you're not an SMB owner, this stuff is still super relevant. We're all living in this crazy, fast-changing tech world, and understanding how AI automation is changing the future of work is important for everyone.
Definitely. Whether you're an employee, a student, just someone curious about the future, these trends will affect all of us in big ways.
All right, we've talked about a lot here. The benefits of AI automation, the tools that are making it available to everyone. But before we get even deeper into this fascinating topic, let's pause for a second and think about what we've learned so far. When we come back, we'll look at even more specific examples of how AI is changing different industries. And we'll talk about some of the opportunities that are popping up as this technology keeps evolving. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. It's crazy how AI is already changing the game in marketing and social media, but what about some other industries? Where else is AI having an impact?
That's a good point. It's not just about, selling stuff online. It's about using AI to make a difference everywhere
Right.
in all sorts of fields.
Exactly. Take healthcare, for example. AI is being used to analyze medical images, help with diagnoses, even personalized treatments.
Wow, that's incredible. Like imagine AI as this tireless medical consultant, analyzing data, suggesting diagnoses, which frees up doctors to actually focus on taking care of their patients.
It's all about collaboration, right? AI can process so much information and spot those subtle patterns that humans might miss, which leads to faster and more accurate diagnoses.
So it's like having a second set of eyes. But these eyes can see things on a microscopic level and connect the dots in ways we might never even think of.
And in healthcare, where every second matters, that speed and accuracy can literally save lives. It's not about replacing doctors, it's about giving them the tools they need to provide the absolute best care possible.
Absolutely. That's a really important point to make. You know what else I find fascinating? The potential of AI in education. I've heard about these personalized learning platforms that adapt to each student's needs and learning style. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's right. Instead of this one-size-fits-all approach, AI can create custom learning paths for every student, offering support and resources based on their strengths, weaknesses, and how they learn best.
That could be revolutionary, especially for students who don't thrive in a traditional classroom. It's like having a personal tutor for every student, tailoring the entire learning experience to their needs.
Exactly. AI can track how a student is doing, see where they might need help, and even recommend resources like videos, articles, or exercises. And since it's all digital, students can learn at their own pace, anytime and anywhere.
Wow, that kind of flexibility and personalization could totally change education as we know it. It could make things fairer and help students take charge of their learning.
And let's not forget that AI can also automate a lot of those admin tasks that teachers spend so much time on right now, like grading, scheduling, even creating lesson plans.
Which frees up teachers to focus on the things they do best, like inspiring their students, mentoring them, and connecting with them on a human level. It's a win-win for everyone.
It is. And we can't forget about the impact AI is having on manufacturing and logistics.
Oh yeah, I've read about AI-powered robots working alongside humans in factories, making things more efficient and safer. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, right?
It's becoming a reality, that's for sure. AI-powered robots can do those repetitive or dangerous jobs with speed and precision, reducing the chance of human error and injuries.
Yeah, and they don't need coffee breaks or vacations. But how do human workers feel about sharing their space with robots? Is there any, pushback?
That's a good question, and it's crucial to remember that AI and automation are not about replacing people, but about making them better at what they do.
So it's about humans and machines working together, like a team, each using their strengths to get better results.
Exactly. AI can handle the heavy lifting, the boring, repetitive stuff, and all the data analysis. And humans can focus on the creative tasks, problem solving, and those things that require emotional intelligence.
It's like that saying, work smarter, not harder. AI lets us do both.
For sure. And in industries like manufacturing and logistics, where efficiency and accuracy are everything, that human-machine partnership can be a game changer.
It's amazing to think about all the ways AI is being used to solve problems and create new opportunities. But I'm also curious about the challenges, the potential downsides of this technology. As AI gets more powerful and integrated into our lives, are there any concerns we should be thinking about?
Absolutely, it's a great point. AI has so much potential, but we need to be realistic about it too. We need to be aware of things like bias in algorithms, making sure data is kept private and secure, and dealing with the economic impact of automation.
That makes a lot of sense. Like any powerful tool, right? AI can be used for good or for bad. It depends on how we develop and use it.
Exactly. That's why it's so important to have open and honest conversations about the ethics of AI, getting input from lots of different viewpoints to make sure it's used responsibly for the benefit of everyone.
It sounds like the future of AI isn't set in stone. It's something we're all shaping through what we do and the choices we make.
That's exactly it. The future of AI isn't happening to us, it's something we're creating together.
I love that. But I have to admit, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by all of this. It's hard to keep up with all the advancements and everything that's possible. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting to learn about AI automation?
Don't be scared to jump in. The best way to learn is by doing. Start small, find something in your work or life that could be easier with automation, and see what tools are out there. There are tons of resources online, tutorials, communities, where you can learn and connect with others who are doing the same thing.
So it's like taking baby steps into this big new world. You don't have to become an AI expert right away. You can learn and experiment as you go.
And remember, AI is a tool, just like any other. It's up to us to decide how we want to use it to make our lives better and build a better future.
I love that. It's empowering to think that we're not just watching this happen, we're actually part of it. We can actually influence how it all plays out.
Exactly. And that leads us to one of the most exciting things happening in AI right now, the rise of the citizen developer.
Ah, yes, the citizen developer. I've heard that term, but I'm not really sure what it means. Can you explain what a citizen developer is?
Sure. Citizen developers are basically people who don't have a lot of coding experience, maybe none at all. But they're using these no-code and low-code platforms to create their own apps and automations.
Wait, so you're telling me you don't need to be a computer science whiz to build cool tech stuff anymore?
That's the best part about these platforms. They're making technology available to everyone, anyone with an idea and who wants to learn. These platforms let you build really powerful automations visually, like dragging and dropping blocks instead of having to write code.
That's incredible. It's like the early days of the internet when anyone could make a website with some basic HTML skills. Now anyone can be a developer.
That's right. And as these no-code and low-code platforms get even better and easier to use, we're going to see so much creativity coming from citizen developers all over the world.
This is where things get really interesting. Imagine a small business owner who's never coded before being able to create their own app.
Or a teacher building an interactive learning game for their students.
Or an artist creating a virtual reality experience. It's mind-blowing. The possibilities are endless.
And as the citizen developers get better and better, we'll see even more innovative and creative uses of AI, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
This is truly an incredible time to be alive. I'm feeling inspired to go out there and start building something myself. But before I get too carried away, maybe we should wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Yeah, you're right. We've covered so much, from the potential of AI in healthcare and education to this whole citizen developer movement. It's clear that AI isn't just changing technology, it's changing us. It's a human revolution.
That's a great way to put it. And on that note, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll wrap up this deep dive with the key takeaways and talk about what this all means for the future of work and society. Stick with us. Welcome back to our deep dive into AI automation. It's been quite a journey so far.
Oh, it really has. We've talked about a lot, the specifics of the AI tools to how they're changing different industries.
I feel like we started out asking what even AI, and now it's like, wow, AI has already changed the world. But before we finish up, I'd love to hear your big picture thoughts. What does this AI revolution mean for the future of work, for society?
That is the question, isn't it? And the answer is exciting and, honestly, a little scary. AI has the potential to free us from all those boring tasks, make us more productive than ever before, and even create whole new industries and jobs we can't even picture yet.
It's like we're on the edge of this, uncharted territory filled with all these possibilities. Right. But any big change comes with challenges, right?
Exactly. And one of the biggest challenges is going to be figuring out how we manage this shift to an AI-driven economy. Some jobs will definitely be automated, so we need to rethink education and job training to prepare people for the skills they'll need in the future.
It's like we're all upgrading our operating systems as a society, and there are going to be some, hiccups along the way. But I think if we're smart about it and focus on making sure everyone benefits, we can get through this transition and come out stronger on the other side.
I agree. And I think one of the most important things we can do is focus on those human skills that AI can't replicate. Things like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and solving complex problems.
Those are the things that will make us stand out in a world full of AI, the things that make us human. And I think we're going to see those skills become more and more important in education and the workplace.
Definitely. And it's not just about skills, it's about mindset too. We need to be lifelong learners, adaptable, always willing to embrace change. Technology is changing faster and faster, so being able to learn new things, unlearn old things, and relearn will be key for success in the future.
It's like we're all students again, constantly learning and growing to keep up with the world, which is kind of exciting, right?
It is. It keeps things interesting, that's for sure. And it reminds us that we're not just along for the ride, we're actually shaping the future with the choices we make.
That is a powerful thought. So to wrap up our deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listeners to remember? What's your final message for them?
Don't be afraid of change. Don't be intimidated by AI. Dive in, explore the tools, play around, and see how you can use this technology in your work and your life. There's so much potential out there.
I love that. And here's something for our listeners to think about. What part of your work or your life could you use some AI magic on?
Maybe it's getting those emails taken care of automatically, creating awesome social media content, or just making your day-to-day tasks easier and faster. The point is to start thinking about how AI can make you more efficient, more creative, and make a bigger impact in everything you do.
Take some time to think about that and then get started. Explore the tools we talked about, connect with other people who are excited about AI, and start experimenting.
The future is waiting to be automated, but it's also waiting for us to shape it with our creativity and imagination. The possibilities really are endless.
That's a great place to end. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into AI automation.
It's been a pleasure talking about this with you and our listeners.
And until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep innovating.